Ever wondered how stories and narratives reveal intricate details about human experiences and motivations? Welcome to the realm of narrative analysis, a qualitative research method that interprets individual human experiences through the lens of stories told in specific contexts. Its applicability spans across various fields, from psychology to cultural studies, turning simple narratives into a goldmine of information. So let's embark on this journey together and unravel the fascinating world of narrative analysis in qualitative research. Stay tuned. So what exactly is narrative analysis in qualitative research? Imagine you're a detective, and your case involves understanding the human experience. Your clues are not fingerprints or DNA samples, but stories, narratives that individuals weave based on their experiences, motivations, and contexts. That, in essence, is what narrative analysis is all about. This qualitative research method delves into the heart of human experiences. It's not merely about what happened, but how it happened, why it happened, and what it means to the individual involved. The beauty of narrative analysis lies in its ability to interpret these stories, providing insights into the complexities of individual experiences. But where do these stories come from? Well, narrative analysis employs a broad spectrum of sources. It could be a one-on-one interview, a monologue, a diary entry, or even a recording. The narratives can be found in both primary and secondary data, making this method versatile and flexible. Let's take an example. Suppose you're studying an author's beliefs about popular culture. You could examine the characters, plot lines, symbols, and motifs in their writings. By analyzing these narratives, you can understand the underlying meanings and the author's perspectives. Now you might wonder, what makes narrative analysis stand apart from other research methods? The answer lies in its unique focus on individual experiences and motivations. It doesn't just skim the surface, but dives deep into understanding the nuances of human experiences. However, narrative analysis isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's like a key tailor-made to unlock specific doors. It's particularly useful in fields like psychology, sociology, ideology, or cultural studies, where understanding individual experiences and motivations are paramount. In conclusion, narrative analysis is like a key that opens the door to understanding human experiences in depth. It's a detective's tool in the realm of qualitative research, enabling us to interpret the stories people tell and the meanings they hold. It's a journey into the heart of human experience, one narrative at a time. There are two main paths to narrative analysis: inductive and deductive. Each approach has its unique strengths and is suited to different research contexts. Let's start with the inductive approach. This is a data-led method, meaning it lets the data tell its own story. Researchers using this approach keep an open mind, allowing patterns and themes to naturally emerge from the narrative without any preconceived notions. They focus primarily on what the data reveals, rather than trying to fit it into an existing framework. This approach is like taking a road trip without a map, letting the landscape guide your journey. It's particularly useful when you're exploring new territory, or when there isn't a clear theoretical framework to apply. On the other hand, the deductive approach is theory-led. Researchers using this method start with an existing theoretical framework, or hypothesis, and then test the narrative against these. They analyze the data to verify or disprove their initial assumptions. Think of it like a detective trying to solve a mystery, using clues to either confirm or refute their initial theory. This approach is beneficial when there's a clear theoretical framework to test, or when the research aims to challenge or refine existing theories. The beauty of narrative analysis lies in the flexibility of these approaches. Depending on your research objectives and the nature of your data, you might choose to employ one or the other, or even a mix of both. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all method in qualitative research. The key is to be clear about your research objectives, understand the strengths and limitations of each approach, and align your method with your research question. It's about finding the right tool for the job, and in this case, choosing the right approach is like choosing the right lens to view a narrative. Remember, the lens you choose can significantly influence what you see and how you interpret it, so choose wisely. Like any research method, narrative analysis has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's dive into these key factors that can influence the effectiveness of this qualitative approach. Starting with the strengths, narrative analysis shines in its ability to offer rich, nuanced insights into individual experiences. By focusing on the stories people tell, it uncovers underlying meanings that can often be overlooked by more traditional research methods. This makes it particularly useful in fields like psychology, sociology, ideology, and cultural studies, where understanding the complexities of human experiences is paramount. Another significant advantage is its flexibility. Narrative analysis doesn't confine itself to a specific type of data. It can be applied to various formats, from written texts and interviews to audio and video recordings. This adaptability makes it a handy tool for researchers dealing with diverse data sources. But of course, narrative analysis is not without its drawbacks. One of the main challenges is the issue of subjectivity and interpretation. Since narratives are deeply personal and context-dependent, they can be understood differently based on the reader's perspective. This can lead to varying interpretations, which may not always align with the author's intended meaning. Hence, understanding the cultural and personal context of the narrative's author becomes vitally important. Another weakness is that the findings from narrative analysis are usually not generalizable or empirically verifiable. The focus here is on individual experiences and perspectives, which may not be applicable to a larger population. Finally, narrative analysis can be quite time-consuming. It often involves long-form data like extensive interviews or lengthy written narratives, requiring a significant amount of time to analyze and interpret. Being aware of these strengths and weaknesses is crucial for effective narrative analysis. This knowledge can guide researchers in maximizing the method's benefits and mitigating its limitations, ultimately leading to more robust and insightful findings. So, when is it best to use narrative analysis? This question often pops up in the minds of researchers, so let's dive right into it. Narrative analysis is like a magnifying glass, enabling researchers to scrutinize the minutiae of individual human experiences. It is particularly potent when the research focuses on social, personal, cultural, or ideological phenomena at an individual level. It helps to unearth the underlying meanings, motivations, and experiences that shape a person's life story. Imagine you're studying the lived experiences of marginalized communities. Narrative analysis can be instrumental in this context. It allows you to delve into the narratives of individuals within these communities, capturing their unique experiences, beliefs, and encounters. By examining these narratives, you can gain a profound understanding of their perspectives and lived realities, often overlooked by more broad-brush research methods. Or perhaps you're exploring the ideological leanings of a particular author. By conducting a narrative analysis of their writings, you can gain insights into the characters, plot lines, symbols, and motifs they employ. This can illuminate the author's beliefs and perspectives, providing a deeper understanding of their ideological stance. However, it's essential to remember that narrative analysis isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. If you're looking for broader themes and patterns, or if your research requires empirical verification or generalizability, methods like content or thematic analysis may be more suitable. These methods allow you to identify common trends and patterns across a larger dataset, providing a macroscopic view of the research topic. In a nutshell, narrative analysis is a powerful tool when you want to delve deep into individual experiences and motivations. However, it's crucial to align this method with your research objectives and the nature of your dataset. It's all about finding the right tool for the job. Choosing narrative analysis should be a strategic decision based on your research aims and topics. Let's take a moment to recap everything we've discussed about narrative analysis. This research method is all about interpreting individual human experiences and motivations through stories told in specific contexts. With a range of sources at its disposal, from interviews and monologues to written stories and recordings, narrative analysis is an incredibly versatile tool. We've looked at two primary approaches to narrative analysis. The inductive approach, which is data-led, allows patterns and themes to emerge naturally, while the deductive approach starts with established theories or frameworks and tests the narrative against them. We've also examined the strengths of narrative analysis. Its ability to delve into the complexities of individual experiences and uncover underlying meanings offers rich, nuanced insights. Moreover, its adaptability to various data types makes it a particularly useful tool across fields like psychology, sociology, ideology, and cultural studies. But we've also acknowledged its weaknesses. The subjective nature of narrative analysis can lead to varied interpretations, and there can be challenges around understanding the cultural context of the author. Moreover, its findings usually aren't generalizable or empirically verifiable, which can limit its applicability in certain research contexts. Finally, we've considered when to use narrative analysis. It's ideally suited to research that focuses on social, personal, cultural, or ideological phenomena at an individual level, particularly when exploring experiences and beliefs within specific contexts. Remember, narrative analysis is a powerful tool in qualitative research. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more research-related insights.